So I've got a solution now for the mounting of the grill body. I've taken 2 scraps of this, cut them to size to fit in here, and they do fit like that. I've drilled a hole and dropped in a carriage bolt and tapped the carriage bolts in so that they seated properly. Now I'm going to use this as a template to mark the sides of the grill, and then I'll mount these and then fit the grill in there and bolt that all down. I've got 12 bolts, 12 washers, so I'll be able to bolt these into here, then bolt that up and okay, what I've done is I've marked the alignment of all the pieces with these and have punched a divot. Now I'm going to be pre-drilling the holes for this. Ow. This is one of those instances where I should probably be wearing gloves. And now when I get hurt, I can't say anything because I just told you I should have been wearing gloves. So, I'm going to drill out these holes with that bit and then the larger bit. And then I'm going to proceed to bolt the whole thing together. I'll show you that. Okay, I got the holes drilled. There and there. I'm going to smooth them with a file. I also wanted to show you I got some more clips. So this is how many you need. I mean, no joke. You want this many. There's 8 on here. I could probably get by with 6, but I think 8's better. Just that much more secure. And the ones on the long sides, of course, you know, you want to space them out pretty evenly. The idea is that you want even grip all the way around. Alright, as you can see, I finished the mounts. I've got them mounted in place, and I'm about to attempt to attach this. Don't tell me those aren't big enough. Bigger, shouldn't it? I'm going to wrestle with that for a little while, so I'm not going to make you watch that. There's a nut and a washer holding it to the board, and a nut and a washer holding it to this. Now, I've got more for the inside, I just haven't got there yet. I had to wrestle. I had to do it twice. I forgot to put the washers on, so that was fun. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish getting this cinched on there and plug it in and test it. Make sure that the heater element still works with the disabled thermostat. Alright, here's the inner workings. This is the inlet for the vacuum hose. It's in here. And this and the platen, interior of the platen, are the only vacuum chamber. This is all my wiring. You can see one of the blacks in here, this one, is actually a positive. I ran out of white. Not a big deal. You can see my 2 switches and my plug here. It follows pretty basic wiring. I got the main cable coming in from the thermostat and wired up directly to the main in power and the ground, main in ground, and then the positive is run to this switch. Then I've got that positive wired to the other switch, which goes from the switch to the plug to the main power. So I've used the switch and this plug as a hub for the negatives and everything. Normally this would all be done with wire nuts, but I decided to get a little creative with it. It works. I just tested the heat and the outlet. So yeah, it does its job. I haven't used the silicone under here yet because the silicone cures in the tube if you leave it open, and I don't have anything to seal it with other than just jamming the nail in the end. And I figure I can do a nice bead around this and do the platen all at once. Save me from having to save the stupid silicone. So I'm going to finish up the platen real quick and get that mounted on there, and hopefully the next video you see will be me using this thing. So, cool beans. Okay, so I counted and calculated. There are actually 704 holes, and I'm done drilling. One thing you'll note is all the little burrs on the top. That's easy enough to take care of. That takes care of most of them. I'm going to sand the entire top surface with probably some 300 grit sandpaper. I may go higher depending on my results. And the bottom side, if you ran your hand across that, it would be like a dang cheese grater. It would tear you up. So I think I'm going to take my punch and just set it in each of the holes and ream them a little bit. Not hit it or anything, just smooth the holes a little. I've got some really fine round files, but I don't think it's necessary. I may even sand the bottom side. I highly doubt it, considering my eagerness to get this thing together. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the top with some 100 grit and then some successively finer grits. I'm not concerned about little scratches in it. I just need it to not be rough. So, and it is. It's catching. So that's what I'm doing here. This is done. I could put it on there now. I'm going to clean out the holes a little bit and smooth the top before I do that, but yeah, that's it. Okay, here we go. I got it all caulked up inside here, and I put caulk around here just for aesthetics, literally just to make it look more finished around the edge. So now I'm going to attach the platen with a combination of caulk and screws. I have a nice bead of caulk all the way around the rim. I tend to skew toward the inside rather than the outside. Keep in mind, you will not be able to go back and correct this should you do it wrong. So, all at once. Here we go. Okay, so that was simple. That was easy peasy. I got self-tapping screws. I'm going to hold the platen down. There we go. And sort of mush any squeeze out back into the joint. You know, don't let it get away. We want this to be as tight as possible. Now, you know, keep in mind that if you do end up with a leak somewhere, you can always just put more screws in. So, alright, here it is. As you can see, I used, I think, 24 screws all the way around. There's plenty of room where if I need to, I'll put another row all the way around. The heater, the only thing that I might have to change is, you see these little holes? These are for the mounts for all the different legs and stuff that went on it. I may have to find a way to cover those. If I do, I'll probably use foil tape. I have access to some of that. Pretty simple stuff. I encourage anyone who's interested to give this project a go. I'd love to see some videos of you guys building them. This is one of those things that could be super complicated, but really isn't. And just keeping it simple like this, I spent less than $100, and the whole project is, well, it's a wonderful thing. So this is it for today. I'm going to clean up, put up, and tomorrow I'm going to get some plastic and I'm going to try this thing out.